Hey sewing friends. So I went on a little fabric shopping spree recently, and with the idea of making some much needed t-shirts and some joggers just for me to wear on the weekends and after work, because that's really my preferred outfit, my preferred uniform, unless I have a special event that I'm going to, or a special place that I'm going to that requires something a little bit more dressed up. And I wanted something that looked better than just your average pair of slouchy joggers and a t-shirt. And I wanted something also in my color palette for the fall, which is, it's brown, mustard yellow, olive green, and then my off-white. And so I went to Hawthorne Supply Company because I generally love their art gallery fabrics for my t-shirts, or, my Concords and Islaris and all the t-shirts that I plan on making. The art gallery is very limited in that they have a great selection of solids. They have a couple of stripes, but they have very, very few prints to choose from. But what's interesting about Hawthorne Supply Company is that they actually have artists who design collections. They will design fabric print collections, and you can have that collection or any print that you see, you can have it printed up on any type of fabric that they have. So you can take a print, let's say you like it and you want it in rayon, so you can make yourself a flowy dress. They can print it on rayon. They can print it on cotton. They can print it on twill. They can print it on, cotton lycra. So I was scrolling through and I found the print Golden Hour by Courtney Gunn, and I liked this collection because it was in my color palette, and then I liked the prints that she had designed as well. So I'll go ahead and show you what I chose, and I chose them with the idea of wearing them with some Hudson joggers that I plan on making a dark brown and then an olive green. So let me show you what I got from Hawthorne Supply Company and see how well it matches the two, the brown and the green, that I got from knitfabrics.com. So I bought them from two different fabric suppliers or companies. So first I'll show you the collection, the Golden Hour collection that I got from Hawthorne Supply Company. Now the main fabric, one of my favorites, is this, and it's all on a cotton lycra, which is 5%, or a cotton jersey knit. It's like 95% cotton, 5% lycra, and then it's 190 grams per square meter. So the weight is very similar to, let's say, an art gallery cotton jersey or any other cotton jersey that I've bought. And I have to say, so far it feels a little thinner. So I was surprised because the weight is the same as the art gallery, but I don't know, we'll see. This has already been washed and dried, and this is the print that I like the most, that has the colors that I like. Obviously the background is my off-white. It has kind of a sort of brown, caramel brownish, like brown color here. Here's my mustard. Here's an olive green. There's this rust kind of that's in my color palette as well. And then it also has this light pink that I thought would be very pretty, because I actually do like brown and pink together. So I thought, that would be really pretty. So that's the kind of the main fabric. Then, and I bought 6 because they're also going to be a part of a series that I want to do, what I call pattern throwdowns, where I'm going to get 2 similar types of patterns, of like t-shirt patterns, and compare them. So for instance, the first one I've talked about, it's the Islari Itch to Stitch Islari t-shirt. It's a square neck t-shirt with the cashmere Carlisle. So I'm going to make, use 2 of these fabrics to make those 2 and kind of compare the patterns and what I like and dislike, and I'll give you a review of them. So I sort of bought those fabrics, these fabrics with those in mind. So one of the fabrics, I forget what it's called, but it's this kind of off-white with olive green leaves and, I don't know, a little flower here at the top. So I got it in the off-white. Then I also bought it in that pink. Remember I told you that, or I showed you that we have this little pink here. Pink with the off-white flowers. And I have to say, really disappointed in how it came out. Here it is. Now, I don't know how you're seeing it, but really it just looks like a piece of blah fabric. You can't really see the off-white, the flowers, unless you're really close. There's not a lot of contrast between the background and the print. So I have to say, quite disappointed in the pink. And you know, I tried to put it up against this. I guess it's the same color, but to me, this looks a little bit brighter. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Does it look brighter just because it's next to the black or not? So anyhow, those were the two that I was actually going to use, I think. This one for the Islari and this one for the Carlisle. But because I dislike this color so much, I'm wondering if it would really be a fair comparison. So I have to give it some thought as to whether I want to use this fabric or choose a different one. So those are those three. Then in an olive green, I got the same print, but in different colors. This sort of leafy print in an olive green, which I'm very happy with the color. I love it. And see the contrast? See, you can see the difference. You can definitely see the contrast. You can see it from here, that there is a contrast. And of course, the closer you get, you can see a contrast. On this, I don't know. From a distance, I cannot see a contrast at all. I could not tell that there is a print. In fact, I would have to be up in your face for me to actually see, oh, there's flowers on that very dull, unattractive colored fabric. That's my thought. So anyhow, I got this in olive green, and then I also got it in the mustard, which I'm very happy with this color. I think it looks good on me. And again, I think it's a really nice color for fall. And I do have two shirts in mind that I want to compare with. I'll tell you those about in a different video. And then the last one, it's not exact, it's still in the same color palette, but it's not, I guess it's more of an accent because it's definitely not a brown, it's not a mustard yellow, it's definitely not an olive green, but it's this sort of color here, sort of that rust, I guess. So those are the 6 fabrics that I got from, it's called Golden Hour. And the 2 fabrics that I received from knitfabrics.com is for my joggers is a nice dark brown, and then they're olive green. And I have to say, I wish that this olive green were just a little deeper, that it had a little bit more, I guess a deeper green. But this is fine. So let's see how they compare to the fabric, to the shirts that I got. We'll start with the brown. And brown is just such a basic color. I'm going to be so happy making these up. I will have a sew along out on Sunday on making the Hudson joggers. So if you want to make a pair with me, go ahead and tune in and I'll be making both the brown and the green. So here is this first one, which doesn't look bad against the brown. Doesn't look great, but it doesn't look bad. Okay. Then we have this mustard, which again does not look bad. And I'm thinking that a nice separation for all of these colors would be if I make the joggers and then I give them a contrasting drawstring, like an off-white or something. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So I think those two look fine together. Then we have the olive green, which again, I think they look fine. They're not perfect, but I think they're fine. Normally, I would love a pink and a brown. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I just don't know what to do with this. I'm highly disappointed. In fact, I think I might reach out and say, did this come out all right? Because I just thought it would be a lot more blushy pinky. Because I really can't believe that an artist would offer this up as one of her designs. There's just not any contrast in it. But that's me, okay? Then we have the off-white and olive green, which I don't think is really that good of a match. I mean, it's like, you know, you can wear a t-shirt with anything really, but I don't think that this would be my first choice at all. But then you have this lovely print here, and yeah, this looks really nice together. So overall, I'm pretty happy. I don't think I will wear all the shirts with those brown joggers, but I think I will wear probably 3 or 4 of them. Then let's see how it goes against the olive green, which just wish it were a little bit deeper, but you know, it is what it is. So of course this looks, I think, absolutely fantastic with it too. I prefer it with the brown, but I think this looks fine. Then my favorite with the green is this off-white with the olive green leaves, okay? Wearing a nice pair of joggers, and this is a long sleeve tee. I'm gonna be super comfortable, and if we happen to just run out to Habit to get a burger or, you know, run to the grocery store, I'm not gonna feel like I need to change my clothes. I think I'm gonna feel fine, especially because I'm gonna have an array of cardigans and jackets and all to put over them if I invest, you know, if I need to. This poor thing is just, I think to be fair in my comparisons, I need to order a different fabric because this is just not going to go with anything. It doesn't go with the brown. It doesn't go with the green. It's just not what I thought it was. So this might just be, I don't know what it'll be, but I don't know. Now their olive green with their olive green, not a perfect match, but again, I think if I were to pair it with or separate the two with a drawstring, and then if I'm maybe wearing a cardigan or something over it, I think that this would work together. And the mustard, definitely like it in the mustard. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but you know, I could definitely see myself wearing these. It's not perfect, but it's something that I think would work on a weekend and after work. And then I'm not too thrilled about this. Don't really think these two look all that great together. So some of them I'm really pleased with, some of them I'm really not so pleased with, but there are 6 of them. I do have certain t-shirts in mind, again, that are similar but still a little different that I want to do some comparisons on. That way I think I'll have a nice selection of shirts to wear that isn't the same Concord tee after Concord tee after Concord tee after Concord tee, which is literally what I've been wearing the last couple of years. Then I have 2 more fabrics to show you with, to share with you or to show you. They're on the bottom of the stack, so hold on while I lift them up and get them out. Now these are from knitfabrics.com as well, and these are for, I mean, I don't know how much I can tell you. Cashmerette reached out to me and said, hey, would you want to go ahead and make these patterns that are coming up for their Cashmerette club, you know? And I said, yeah, sure, I'll go ahead and do it. So I went ahead and I got this fabric. It's a jersey, a viscose jersey. And again, slightly disappointed. It's not quite what I thought it would be. It's not a bad fabric, and I think for what I'm going to be making up with it, it will work fine. Just not my favorite. So this is one, and then the other I like much better. Again, it's a viscose jersey. I think it's more for fall, and I think it's definitely more in my color palette. So those are the 2 that I'll be making up something that hopefully you might see coming out as one of the Cashmerette Club patterns coming out pretty soon. So anyhow, that's my fabric haul. That's what I plan on making. Let me know what you think of all the fabrics and the mixing and matching and what your ideas are. And as soon as I get everything made up, I will certainly post them so you guys can see them, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, you guys. Bye.